Okay, I'd like to call this meeting to order for January 24th, 2022. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Want to take the roll?
Clark,
Here.
Conan,
Here.
Belkey,
Here.
Ballard,
Here.
Sledge is absent, Walk is absent, and Shaw is absent.
Good. I have a motion on the agenda, please.
Mr. President, I will move the agenda be accepted as presented.
Support.
All in favor of the motion? Aye. Motion carried. Do we have any citizens' comments? Okay, we have no presentations tonight. Administrative reports. Are there any commissioners who would like to report?
Yes, I would like to turn it over to Stuart. Stuart's here, well, you get here for the water, so.
I can be here for the sewer too, sure.
I mean, if you want to just give a brief, let's go on.
From 2 weeks ago when Doug was here, we're still waiting for parts. We're still waiting for the plumbers to clean their stuff out. Other than that, we're just patiently waiting. There haven't been any updates on the construction part at all. Everything is working beautifully and smoothly, and we're looking forward to some of the challenges that spring will bring us with high water. And that's it for the sewer part.
Okay, good enough. Thank you, Stuart.
Stuart, you got anything for water?
Yes. I started my first day as operator in charge, and I'll be doing a lot of documents and filing and everything, and putting the new filing cabinet to good use at the plant. And I will be working with Ross on some of the up and coming projects, which will include the getting everything onto Hippo and getting everything as far as the asset management program into electronic form, and then also looking forward to the media exchange project coming up in February. We want to have all our ducks in a row, and Ross has not been lax in providing any detail to me. So
These guys painfully know.
We're gonna hear about it next, for us.
yeah, that's it for me.
Let me segue from what Stuart's been saying. So Stuart Beach is now the operator in charge of the water treatment plant and water system for the village, taken over for Wally Mencabbage, who has taken another position at a different company.
Is that also in charge of the sewer too?
Well, we've got a new gentleman coming in to work the wastewater treatment plant. So
Okay, so you're gonna be the water.
I will be the backup for Ken Day. Ken Day couldn't be here tonight because of inclement weather. There's more snow up north than there is here, and he does have quite a drive from Saginaw. But he's learning all the ropes and tackling all the paperwork and that. And I'm shoveling it his way, literally. But I will still be actively involved with the sewer plant a couple days a week. But most of my time in Armada will be spent with water. And like I said, we had some big projects with the water, whereas the construction, the next big thing that happens is the open house, as far as I'm concerned, for for me for the sewer plant, so.
Okay. Yeah, so my thanks to Wally Mankavich. He did a great job while he was here and helped really get the system operating within its optimal limits, and so Stuart's going to maintain that. So glad to have Stuart on, and I've come to appreciate what he brings to the table, and looking forward to working with him on some of these upcoming projects. Some of which are,
Let me get my sheet out here.
talking about the Arsenic Detention project first. There's a separate note in there, but I'm going to cut to the chase. We had expected this year to be able to move forward on the Arsenic Detention project, replacing the old detention sump with a new sump, automated sump. The estimated construction engineering cost of that 2019 was about $280,000. We were concerned about being able to move forward on that because of money taken out of the water budget to fund the media exchange activity. We got our ARPA dollars, at least half of them, and so we thought that we were going to be able to do that with the ARPA dollars. And but as council knows, I've been talking to you over the last couple meetings about getting a new estimate for the project, and it's a bit tough to swallow. But I think I told council it'd be about a 30% increase, and it's really about a 103% increase. The cost went from $280,000 to $570,000. This is construction engineering. It's got some padding in there for contingencies and so on, but with that cost right now, we just can't do it. There's not enough money in the budget. So after having talked to Doug Skyless and Doug Scott, we're going to shelve it yet again and take another look at it this coming fall of 2022, and see if the material costs, labor costs, and all of that go down a little bit. There's just not a way to do it now with the current budget. So that gets shelved once again, unfortunately. There's also a note in there about the A&B alarm effort to upgrade our alarm systems on the water treatment plant, the well houses, the water tower, which is really required for security purposes. Had to take a step back on that too, because we now find that the telemetry system in the various facilities there uses landline as well, and so I can't move forward on the alarm project until I completely understand the impact of cutting off that landline and going digital. So I was going to start to move forward on that after this meeting, but I'm going to hold up. We do have UIS SCADA coming in on the 10th of February to assess the entire system and determine how to upgrade it. The bottom line is a lot of the hardware we have is old, it's outdated, some of it doesn't work, some of it doesn't work well, and some of it doesn't work at all. And so we really need to pay some attention to getting that stuff fixed. I don't think it's going to cost all that much, but I got to completely understand the system. Okay, moving on. We talked about a change in the operator in charge. Moving to the next item. At the last meeting, I just informally gave Steve and Chris a draft proposal from F&B Operations for strategic infrastructure planning and grant support. Going to talk to those guys. We're just in the discussion phase right now, but the thought is that this company who did our capital improvement plan that we approved last March for infrastructure could continue to help us prepare for any future infrastructure changes that we make. We've talked loosely in council about 2024 is maybe when we can move forward, but we got to get all of our infrastructure ducks in a row before we do that. There's some grant opportunities and so on. So I'll continue to talk to Chris and Steve to see what they think about our needs and the cost of that. And we'll bring that back to council at a future meeting. Couple other, next big one, I guess, would be the media exchange at the water treatment plant. I just did receive an update the other day from McIntyre's soft water that indicated the last component for the G2 media production has arrived at the company in Canada. Again, Canada is the only place where this is made right now. They're trying to make it in the States, but that's current batch is being made in Canada. In any case, they've got the last ingredient, and they're starting to do whatever they need to do to produce the media. I should find out by the end of the month whether or not it's ready to ship, and then we'll determine when it's going to arrive here, and that's going to, those dates are going to drive when we do the media exchange. So I suggested a meeting or two ago it would be at the end of February, and that's looking like that may be possible. So end of February, first part of March, we would do the media exchange at the water treatment plant. So at least something's moving forward. A couple small but nevertheless interesting things. I want to express my thanks, along with Mike Schell, to Delecki Welding for repairing the storm-damaged monkey bars in the park. Mike and I.
What happened? Did they break apart?
One of the larger trees, which is right above it, toppled, and it crushed a portion of the monkey bars. And
those things were indestructible.
And
Me too.
and we were concerned about the safety of it, and Ben and the guys at the shop had to wait until the ground was frozen, because they got to put a lot of upward pressure, and they heated it and applied pressure, and they bent it back into shape.
Wow.
At no
That's
cost to the
awesome.
village. And
Fantastic.
so it's, yeah. So I thought that was pretty neat. You know, you think about it, we had volunteers fix the pavilion that was damaged in the storm. We had volunteers fix the sign that was damaged in the storm. We had volunteers that fixed some of the playground equipment that got damaged in the storm, and we put in the buckaroo in the park. So park's coming back strong. But anyway, thanks to Delecki Welding, and so on behalf of Mike. Mike's not here. And then lastly, this notion of a trail spur going off of Apple Orchard Trail that gets away from leading traffic down North Avenue and gets them onto a pedestrian side street, which would be Church Street, and then up to Burke, is coming to fruition. This has been something that's been out there, talked about for about 15 years. There's a meeting with Macomb County. They're very interested in helping on this, and DT has already also talked to us about providing support in some way to make that spur a reality. More in the future meeting, but there's a meeting coming up on the 3rd of February. DTE?
What would they do?
It could be simply just cleaning up the area. So Macomb County is talked about potentially putting in the spur at their cost. Still got to talk about that. It's not a foregone conclusion yet that that's going to happen, but they've talked about it. And then DTE would clean up the area, make it presentable.
That'd be great.
It's great. Yeah, great. So
I would visualize it that they would have to kind of cut through there, wouldn't they? Like move some dirt out. You're not going to just pave it over the hill.
no, they would. This is, I think everybody knows that the strip of land that abuts the trail right of way is owned by Lance Holweg and Armada Grain, and Lance has indicated that he's willing to allow that spur to cross his property, and so he would give us, I think he'd really given Macomb County and the Apple Orchard Trail folks, he would give them an easement to do that, and they would excavate a little bit, probably put an asphalt topping on it, just like the trail, and it would be a far safer place.
It would seem like that the trail people should get that easement, not us for them.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how this is all gonna happen, but it would have to be the property owners involved somehow. So I don't think the village is necessarily involved because it would just abut Depot Street.
Yeah,
And that's it, right? That's,
but once you get it to the street, then we maybe do something with the sidewalks and that.
yeah. that
Because
would-
they don't come to the end.
Right, that would be our choice to do.
We did
but-
put some money in the budget for
Yeah,
that.
I've almost seen
Contingent.
people get clocked down there on North Avenue, so it would be great to get them off on a side street, and that side street takes them up past everything in the village and takes them up to the township park. So it would be a great single route from the trail to the township park, passing the village park, the village offices, the police department, the downtown. You can shunt off to the fair. It would be great to be able to do that. So, okay, that's all I have. Thank you.
Okay, Lon, do you have anything on our hunt for a new police chief?
Yes, I've received 3 names from the police chief, and we're waiting for some more. I have received 1 resume, and I'm waiting for the other 2, and we'll go from there.
Okay. Questions? Okay, do we, any other administrative reports?
Well, you have the treasurer's report, you have the
Yeah.
DPW report, so
Yeah,
those are in there.
DPW reports in here, we have the treasurer's report. Any questions for the treasurer? or-
I just put a note in the box for Dave. Dave's got to give us estimated prices for the items he's asking
Yes.
for. I think Joe wants that too. So I think Steve, I, and Chris will go poke Dave in the eyeball and say, hey, put an estimated average price for a backhoe
Yep.
and so on, so that we know what he's looking at.
Joe can't do the budget without dollar amounts.
Are we done with the sewer and water for tonight?
Do you have
Gentlemen?
anything to add?
Done
I
for me.
believe so, yes.
You're certainly welcome to stay, but
If
you
the
know.
roads are bad going north,
I'm headed
They
to
are.
St. Clair's, I'm headed to St. Clair Shores actually, because I gotta be in Marine City first thing in the morning.
okay, well, we don't wanna hold you up then.
Stuart, be careful.
Enjoy the pictures on the front of the report. You can see where some of your money's going. That's
awesome.
basically going
And
in.
you are now the OIC,
Yes,
the
sir.
operator in charge.
Water treatment operator in charge. Ken
Okay.
is the OIC of the wastewater treatment plant.
Yeah, I'm leaving Steve and going to Ross, but not leaving Steve completely, because I like him.
Steve and I are equal opportunity butt kickers, so we're coming down to see you.
Thank you,
So,
Stuart.
Take care, drive safe.
Night,
No, you drive safe.
could we have a motion on the consent agenda?
President, I'll move the consent agenda be accepted as presented.
Support?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. So, under old business, we've covered sewer
Yep,
plans.
we're
Steve?
good on that.
Oh, and here. This is not good. And I think the next item belongs to our treasurer. Talk to us, Joe.
Been there a long time. 27 years or so. So, time to go.
You know,
Famous last
What
words.
you mean is you're submitting your quasi-retirement papers.
Yep.
oh, there's a famous saying in baseball about shoeless Joe Jackson where they said, "Say it ain't so, Joe." And that's what I'd like to say to you. Say it ain't so, Joe.
We will be advertising for the position. I will interview along with the office clerk and office staff. And hopefully we get someone who's energetic, has a lot of bookkeeping experience, and
Well,
Lives in the village.
lives in the village.
right now, the letter's effective as of April 28th.
Yes.
So we will bring it back, just like we did Mike's, we'll just bring it back to that meeting,
So,
the meeting prior to that, to
Um,
accept it. When I did the motions, the recruitment committee, Joe, myself, and Becky, I have 2 more spots. I don't know if council wants anybody, or if you would just entrust it to us 3.
Well, I think right now we're just gonna advertise for the position. We won't set up a committee yet, I don't think, but, I certainly believe that I would love to see yourself and Joe and, Becky as part of that committee. And maybe have another council person there, but, I don't know that we have to do this officially tonight.
Well, the ad is asking for resumes to be turned in by February 18th. Our next meeting is the 14th, so maybe we can set that then.
I would like to get it rolling because remember, we're in budget workshops now too, so
And
my time is limited.
It'd be great to have some continuity.
You know, and again, anybody out there that knows somebody that would be a really good candidate,
let them know.
for the village treasurer, that, they do need to live within the village.
We also need to say that what this is doing is it will fulfill the rest of Joe's term until November 8th of
Then it-
2022. And then if the person's interested in running, they would have to run. Because it is an elected position, what we're appointing to is to fulfill the rest of Joe's term. It isn't, and they have to run in the next regular election, which is November 8th.
So, do we have a motion on advertising this, position?
It's on your sheet.
Also move that we advertise the position.
For the village treasurer position
That's
in the
correct.
record and on the village website?
Yep,
To direct the clerk to do that?
yes, I do. Thank you.
That's,
Do I have a second to that
Good
motion?
motion, Lyle.
Support.
you're slacking, Lyle.
No, I couldn't.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Even though we're advertising this position, we have not accepted any kind of letter. The resignation, I want you to know that,
I'm not going to.
you know, so, but,
Yeah, it's gonna be shoes to fill, for sure.
so do we have upcoming agenda items?
Yeah, I believe the next meeting, we have our PA 33 public hearing, the CDBG public hearing.
I think we need.
No, I don't think we have the PA 33 yet, that's in March.
That's in March.
We have the snow emergency
Should we have
public hearing.
the police chief on there as upcoming agenda?
I can put it under old business.
Well, you can put it on there, but, you know,
Yeah.
or we can just do it under the
Admin reports.
He's resigning effective, March
March
31st.
31st.
Yeah, so the CDBG public hearing and then the snow emergency public hearing are at the next meeting.
Do we have, any citizens' comments? Any council comments?
Yeah, just piggybacking off of Joe's letter, we probably want to do some internal contingency planning, because I think if you talk to Becky, she would indicate she's got a date that she wants to leave, and probably Dave Wagner does also. And so just to put those dates on a wall so we see them coming, right?
Yeah, so we're not
We're
scrambling,
not
yeah.
kind of surprised.
Might be another 7 or 8 people that wanna put their name on that contingency
You're not
list.
kidding,
Yeah.
are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, okay, any other council comments? Community events? Oh wait, did I ask, citizen comments? Any citizens?
You did it,
Okay, I did.
yep.
Yeah.
We did ask, but
No. We
Did you
prefer
change your
you,
mind? No.
we prefer a tiger hat, by the way. We're not Cleveland Indian fans here.
I
Trying to represent a winning
coworkers
team.
who are Tribe fans, they would disagree with that sentiment.
So no community events that we got here, so, no closed session tonight, so I guess I would entertain a motion.
The time is 7:27. Mr. President, I move to adjourn.
Second, support.
I'm giving it to.
All in favor?
Thank you.
Aye.
Aye.
Whatever it is.
Glad to see you guys agree on something here. No, do I, you
done.
got everything you need from me?
Yeah, if you sign the bills, I can.
I think I